So let's check the energy to see what's going on in your life to make sure this message is for you. So, someone who has possibly been doing a lot of research in their life over something, maybe a big decision, something big is happening, because I feel like you recognize that there is something that you don't see that is going on in your life. It could be family struggles, it could be different burdens that are coming up and causing you to feel like you're maybe not seeing everything as you would love for it to be, or however that looks. But I feel like if this message is going to be for you, you're doing everything you can to avoid this tower moment through this diligent research, education. Maybe you're just simply taking your time. Maybe that's just it. And that's where, when you do research, right, it takes time. And so maybe that could be it, right? So you could avoid this tower. Um, but you're recognizing that there might be things that you're not seeing. And so if this is resonating, then this message is for you. And Spirit is saying that you're going to have your success. Things are coming. All right. You're definitely, I wasn't expecting that. See what was under that. I was just curious because I was going to say it's like you're fighting, even maybe facing the devil of some sorts, right? Maybe you are going through a lot. It could feel like you're facing the devil. It could feel like you're fighting everyone and everything going on. Like you don't even have the strength to go on. You don't even have the support, the love, the relationships, or you feel like it, right? It could be a projection, and that may not actually be exactly what it is, but it could be the projection, the thought of, right? Either way, you feel like you're fighting. And I saw the Empress popping out at the bottom. That was originally what was caught my attention to look what was just curiously under this, simply because I saw this popping out. And look, we have the Page of Pentacles ready to offer in that new abundance, that new space to give the Empress the fertility, the nourishment she craves so that we can enter into this King of Pentacles energy, right? And this is ultimately where you're going. And that is what I believe the message of what ultimately the message is whether you're male or female, it doesn't really matter. The King of Pentacles is all about leadership. It's all about being in that space of provider energy and being in that space where you are able to give to your family, to connect, to be steady, like the bull. Being able to, like, I think of Taurus, right? Where it's like the steady. That's like one thing about Taurus is like they are steady, right? A good, bad, or otherwise, they are steady, right? And so, but stability though is what really my heart is just focused in on. It's that stability that you are creating in your life. It's that stability that you are giving in your, because it's not just your life. I feel like it's not just your life. I feel like it is so much more than that, right? Because the Empress, she births these creations. It's not just obviously humans and, life forms, but it's careers, it's identities, it's businesses, it's ideas, it's the birthplace of everything. So that could be really this thing that you're taking time to really contemplate and figure out what the heck you're going to do, what decision you're going to make so you can avoid this tower. and avoid being in this High Priestess reverse and this Page of Swords in reverse, because I feel like you recognize these things might be factors where you are just, you're not okay. If things play out that way, right? Like they're going to be less than ideal in some sort of way of your life, but you have everything you need. Whatever it is you're researching, you're getting the time to, the dedication to, the space to, the love to, the effort to, the knowledge to, whatever that is. You absolutely have everything you need to be okay, to be better than okay, to build that legacy if you want. And I think that's where I was going, really. Like, that's, you have everything you need to build whatever it is, whether it's a full on legacy, you're building the stability, you're building the love, the gratitude, the positive journey, whatever that might look like for you. You are capable and able to build it. So let's see. There. Because I feel like you have the wisdom, the knowledge. I believe it's there. But I think you also recognize that there might very well be things that you're missing. Love my daughter's nail polish she did earlier on me. I keep seeing the purple flash. It keeps catching me off guard. Because see, you might have even been in this Eight of Swords, bound, feeling like you are unable to not just see, but discern, intuit, feel into. And especially if you are like an empath or someone who does trust their intuition, maybe this was hard to trust. Maybe it was something that was making it difficult for you to really, truly recognize what it is that you were supposed to see. And so you're recognizing, yes, I'm unable, or I feel like it may not be true, but it simply may be all in your head. And that's the swords energy very well might be, is you might just very well be all in your head. It may not actually be true. Let's see what else. Let's clarify that. Is what you're perceiving to be true, your concerns, your worries, are they true? Is there validity to that fear? And what do we need to know about that? The Hierophant in reverse. There might be something that you feel like you're having to break the mold of, to rebel against the system, so to speak, however that resonates. It could be the way of doing things. It could be the way of, I don't know. We always did this a certain way. It's rebelling against the system somehow, some way, in the sense that you are, it's because it's more than rebelling against the system, doing things different. Because this is soul led, I feel. Yeah, there's the Taurus again. Can't make this shit up. That's steady energy. That's steady, because I was gonna say it's so soul led. It's a steadfast soul led type of energy that I feel like you are just like, it is some sort of visceral, it's just feeling, sensation, knowledge. You have no idea why, what, where, how you are doing the things, or why you're even here, but it's so visceral. It's so steadfast. It is so, no, even loving. Because what is consistency? It is love. That feels good. That feels complete. Let's look at what's happening. Let's look at what's coming next, because that's really where I want to take our attention to. Really want to take our attention to. Yes, the Knight of Pentacles. What were we just talking about? Consistency. Can't make this up. Consistency. We were just talking about, because that is truly love. Going back to that's Taurus. Moving into this initiation with that Taurus and that Aries energy, right? Stability, reliable, trustworthy, efficient. Something that is going to give you a greater, better, higher quality of life through the consistency, the love, the ability to show up with that co-creation. Because it's through that consistency we are able to show up with, it's not just co-creating, it's we show up for ourselves with that stable energy, that initiating Aries energy. We show up for ourselves and recognizing we have, in fact, what it takes. What were we just talking about that? We have what it takes. We have everything of what it takes to be, to call in whatever it is that you're doing this research on, you're giving this contemplation to, you're thinking about, you're giving energy to. You have everything of what it takes. Oh my gosh, Spirit, should we just end this? I feel like we keep going around and around at this point, because my goodness, now we're in a different deck and we're getting the same messages. You have everything that it takes to build. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh gosh, now we're like dropping everything. Okay, so we're back, y'all. I had to go fishing for some cards because a bunch came out. Oh, and then what did we find on the bottom? Is finding that balance, the Two of Pentacles, because y'all, oh my gosh, I just can't even. What came out? So we're talking about where we headed, where is this going, right? It was just so freaking beautiful. So talking about that consistency, responsibility, filling into that day-to-day duty. What was it? That's the other one too. That was going with it. Um, Feeling into where, yeah, you might have had some battles, or maybe you were simply trying to avoid them, right? Feeling into that intuition, feeling into that knowledge, that understanding, and willingness to see the potentiality to the problems. And like, kudos to you for being so self-aware. Kudos to you for that knowledge and awareness within yourself to be able to say, wow, there might be things that were coming around in my life, and let me sit back. Let me put in the work. Let me even put in the rest. Maybe you resonated with yesterday's message because this was big yesterday. You kept mirroring. Maybe you're even mirroring. Maybe there's something going on in your life that you're trying to gain balance of, that you are mirroring in your life, but you need to take that rest if you hadn't already. Okay? Because, baby, look at this. You're going to be having, this is the one that I was looking at first, and then it was these three that came out together, or that when I was picking them up and like intuitively laying them out. You are going to absolutely have the pick of whatever it is that you are calling in, whatever it is that you are trying to access. There's a lot of decisions. There's a lot of ability to truly feel into what it is you are wanting to create with, endless possibilities. We've got Scorpio energy, feeling into that beautiful water intuitive energy. Whether you have Scorpio placements, water placements, it doesn't really matter, but you feeling into the energy of those deep Scorpio waters where you can go deep into that yummy energy. Okay, and activating from your solar plexus to truly decide what it is you're wanting to create, because baby, look at what's coming, my dear. You are already here, standing in this glory. of everything you're wanting to create. Look at this. Look at that beautiful water energy flowing into that yummy, emotional, stable, loving, balanced, attractive, divine feminine energy with her King of Pentacles. Even being able to have more than just that abundance, going back into this is just giving me that vibes. It's not just the nostalgia. This is in traditional tarot is the like nostalgia. That's more to me than this. It's creating, to me, this is almost like giving back, and it kind of goes back into like the wealth and everything else, because that's what I was saying. It's more than just, oh, I can pay my bills. Oh, I've got, a couple million in the bank, and, retirement will be sweet, whatever, right? No, it's more than that. This is pouring into that next generation to bring them up. It's like generational wealth. That's absolutely what this is feeling like. It's more than nostalgia. It's nostalgia and creating generational wealth, almost like looking back, wow, I wish this was done for me. So I'm going to do better for the next generation, kind of a thing, through this wealth, through this commitment, through this steadfast, where was it? Consistent love, that consistency, that willingness to persevere no matter what, that steadfast love, baby. Yeah, that's what you're destined for. Absolutely. And wasn't sure about our angel deck I was using. Oh, good, you didn't see. I had seen it to where basically, or left it, excuse me, so I could see it in case I felt called to use it tonight. And when I had left the top of or flipped the deck up, the Archangel Michael, you are protected card was setting up. So I felt like that was quite resonating or resonant, at least for me, because when we are going through big changes like this, it can sometimes feel hard to, oh, the magician was underneath us. Oh, no way. King of Pentacles. Finding that balance and making that magic can sometimes even feel like you're failing, like the reverse, King of Pentacles in reverse is what it was. It could feel like this, or it could even feel like this. Here we are mirroring again. Maybe yesterday's message was for you. Go check it out. But whether you feel like you're failing, all the financials are falling through, family is falling through, or you feel like you're on top of the world, fully abundant, thriving, living fully and able to take care of everything, not just in your purpose, but like taking care of business, right? You have everything that it takes because you're going to balance it. You already are. I feel like you already are. You know what to do, even if you haven't done it yet. Like the information's there. I feel like what it takes isn't like the knowledge to get there isn't the problem. You know. We've just got to continue to have these steady things in life that absolutely make it so that you can thrive. I'm going to leave that there and go figure out what just happened. I love y'all. I'll catch y'all next time.